Hello, everybody. APG Jamie here. And today, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I'm not sure how long we'll be on. Y'all know how it goes anymore with me. I am early. And, yeah, I'm early. So we'll see if anybody makes it. It may have been unexpected because it's a weird third Thursday, y'all. There's Teresa. Hello, darling. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Thread and Glue. How are you, darling? Let's see. I have absolutely nothing planned. No clue. Suggestions will probably be welcome. It doesn't mean I'll do them, but y'all know. So let's see. I don't know. This is where you're at. It's third Thursday. That's what I was telling you about. Third Thursday. Because the first day of the month was on a Thursday. So that makes today the third one as opposed to our typical other next week one. Usually around the 20th. But, calendars change like that. They're weird beings, they are. So anyway, here's my usual schedule. Typical. We've got, of course, it'll be next week. We will have, will be same 6 Wednesday as next week. That's typically third Saturday, but sometimes it's the 4th. This one's 4th. Sometimes it's the 5th. Things change all the time, don't they? This is where you're at. Y'all know that. Oh, I have turned on subscribers only in live chat mode. That just means you have to subscribe for at least 2 minutes before you can be in the live chat. You can leave comments on the recorded show later. It's not a membership or paying kind of thing. It's just, you have to be a subscriber to chat. It keeps the spam bots out mostly. There's Barb. Hello, darling. Sorry about that. It's good to see you. And anyway, my secret internet admirer struck again. And they sent me scissors. Purple scissors. Look at that. Can you see the reflection on there? Isn't it? Those are fancy smancy scissors, y'all. But as usual, they didn't send just one package. They sent something else. They sent me some paper on a big old roll. And let me tell you what this paper is. It is called White Craft Butcher Paper, 18 by 100 foot. It's for wrapping and smoking meat. It is not waxed like the freezer paper. And I did some experiments on it the other day when I got it. It seemed to take pen, pencil, Posca pens just fine. And I smeared some archival ink on there and it did that just fine. So I don't know. I think it might make journal pages. I don't know. So I got this big old honking piece of paper. Well, it's not a piece. It's a roll. Well, that makes it a piece, doesn't it? Anywhoobles. I do have something I do want to show you. Hello, Roberta. I hope your head's better. Hey, Heavenly. I'm so glad to see y'all. Thanks so much for being here. This is last month's Are You Book Enough? Hashtag Are You Book Enough challenge. And it was, the theme was school. And I thought, well, I want to make a locker. And I remembered I had some wooden pencil cases. Well, I guess they're wooden pencil cases or wooden boxes, whatever. So I decided to make a school locker. I'm pretty happy with it, y'all. Pretty happy indeed. So I made a faux combination lock. It is a clock face with a jump ring glued on it and black paint added on all onto a pull tab, a soda can pull tab that I stuck on the little latch dewlaller with, I think I tried JB Weld and my JB Weld wasn't working. So I used whatever other glue I could get to make it stick. And it's probably all jumbled around because I flipped it over. And we put a mirror because all girl lockers need a mirror. We didn't used to have any of that kind of stuff. There was no fancy nothing in our lockers because we darn sure didn't put stickers or anything inside of them because that was a no-no. I made some little faux pencils. We put it in a little pencil holder cup thing. We made a little folder and it's got our colophone on it. That's where you, the maker of the book puts whatever they used or stuff like that. We made some little papers and they'll go in the little folder. Some loose papers. I do like miniature stuff. I just don't really make miniature stuff. This month's theme is protest. And I have absolutely no clue, and I may not do that at all. And I had this little charm that I put on that little hook I made. My favorite part was making all these little books. All these little books. So we have a history book. And history says, once upon a time leads to now from how it was. Doesn't that sound very historical? And then we have geography. Where are you going from where you started? You are here. Y'all, sometimes I don't even know where this stuff comes from. Here's math. Oh, man, math. Not my favorite subject. I can tell you that right now. Hey, Gail. Anybody I missed? My apologies. I don't mean to miss you. It's just something I do. I know, Roberta. Okay, this one's math. Adding to divide peoples in multiple ways. Mm-hmm. We all know how that is. This one is language. It's all a matter of how you word it. True or not? Mm-hmm. This one is science. Proven facts based on theory, if theory was factual. Oh, you gotta love the science community. They just think they're all that in a bag of chips. Okay, this one is art. Artsy fartsy. The expression of real life or surreal of any combination. So that's my school locker for the hashtag, Are You Book Enough? And then I put an eagle on it because that was our high school mascot. And all lockers needed locker number because, you know, that's how you find your locker. And that's a fake vent, which y'all probably already noticed. It's not one on the inside. It's a fake vent. I used a cardstock or something and put slits in it, stuck it down with glue, and then I used some paper clay over the top of it to work it in there so that it wasn't all bubbled out. So it makes me happy. I thought it was adorable. Yeah, even with the vent, they did still stink. Absolutely. And our lockers were the tall ones, and you had one on top and one on bottom. Fortunately for me, I always got a top locker, which I was really grateful for, because I can't tell you how many people I saw stoop over to get in their locker, and then they'd come up and whack their head on the door of somebody else's locker. That was awful. Then we had nasty boys in my high school. I guess all high schools have nasty boys, but Gail had full length ones. Sweet. That's a fake vent. I know. Well, no, I've seen fake vents. We sometimes watch those people that live in their campers or trucks or vans or whatever, so that they can do it stealth. They call it stealth camping. Yeah, they're living in them. And because you can't, there's a lot of places you are not supposed to sleep in your vehicle. It is illegal to do that. I don't know where these places are, because it doesn't matter to me at this time. I'm not sleeping in a vehicle right now. So they make these work trucks, and then I've seen somebody put a fake vent. They did. They put a fake vent on the outside of their truck so that they could have ventilation when they wanted, but could lock it up when they didn't want it. Well, I guess it really wasn't a fake vent then, was it? I don't know. Anyway, they do all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, skirts were short when I was in junior high. Well, we still had, when I was in elementary, girls had to wear dresses. Then when I got to junior high, we could wear pantsuits. That's where your top and your bottom had to match. It had to be a pantsuit. Then by the time I got to high school, we could finally wear regular clothes like anybody else. So jeans was the big thing. And of course the bell bottoms, or as they're called in the 80s, flares. Isn't that what they called them in the 80s? Flares, with the bottom of the pant flared out. Yeah. Our mode of dress was much funner then, I think, with the little fringy stuffs and tie-dyes and all that. We did not wear holey jeans. If you had a hole in your jeans, you covered it up with a fanciful patch. That's what we did. Oh, see, Barb had got the slacks in her, yeah. Well, see, when I was elementary, we would walk to school because we were too close to ride a bus, so we would walk, and we would wear pants underneath our dresses and have to take our pants off when we got to school. It's the stupidest crap. Really, it was. I'm pretty okay good with the whole idea of uniform, because it doesn't show the to me it doesn't show as much of a poverty uh, difference. When I went to school, I had holes in my tennis shoes because I was glad to have a pair of tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? And there were the you got your girls. I'm gonna blame girls. They dress to the nines and all that, and not everybody can do that. And with uniforms, I believe it does show less of a difference. Of course, the shoes always give you away, but what do you do? See, mine could have afforded uniforms, because, well, I say that I had an aunt that worked for J.C. Penney's and an uncle that worked for Sears and Roebuck. And we would go to our home state, my parents' home state, every summer. And that's where we would do our school clothes shopping so that we could get the family discount. And Army Surplus. Army Surplus was the best store we had in our neighborhood, I'll tell you what. So, yeah, I mean, even now when they, at a lot of the schools, or a couple of the schools my kids went to, when they started talking about doing uniforms, it was basically going to be blue jean bottoms or khaki bottoms, and that could be shorts, pants, or skirts, and then a specific color t-shirt or a polo shirt, the one with the collar. So, yeah, the Army Surplus back then, they pretty much carried cool stuff. But then, that was after, during Vietnam and all that. So, yeah, things were different in our childhood. So anyway, I have no plans for today. What do y'all want to see? What do you want me to do? Oh, medical update. Okay, yes, of course. I almost forgot that. I had my CAT scans. I've read the report. It doesn't show anything that I think is immediately dangerous. Ha ha. I'm no doctor, but I think I'm okay. My husband is still worried and all that good stuff, but I think I'm okay. I'm feeling better. I was sick a few days ago. I had a pretty high fever for a day or two. My test was negative, so I didn't have the plague. Although that is going around at my husband's job again. So anyway, I think I'm okay. Just, your age, for your age kind of stuff, probably. Hubby's got some new issues that we're having to do a lot of testing for. So we've been at the doctors, one doctor, hospital, or another, every day for the past, well, not over the weekend. We didn't go Saturday and Sunday. I guess we've been pretty much, you might as well just say every day, because I'm going this afternoon. And then he's going again tomorrow. Anyway, so we're, concerned about his issue, which may be a non-issue. It may just, be cautionary, because cautionary stuff happens. So anyway, have y'all been thinking what y'all want me to do? Because I don't have a studio cleanup journal to work in. I hadn't thought about making one. So I don't know. We could make tags or clusters, or I don't know, something. And Norton keeps popping up and blocking my thing. Taggage? Okay, taggage. Taggage we can do. Let's see. I've got this new stamp from the Hobby Lobby recent clearance. I've not been back since then. I don't know if anything else is there that I would want. I've got that. I've got this. That's not a bad weight. It's called cardstock. What is it? 85-pound cardstock. And they're what? They're 8.5 by roughly 3.5. I'm not counting tick marks today, y'all. So we got that. We've got some carp right here. I tried a dye that I had gotten from Tuesday morning a long time ago. I finally tried it out and it didn't cut properly. So now I'm stuck with a improperly cutting dye. But that's all right because I would not have bothered to have taken it back. It was probably only $3 or $4. Y'all know how cheap I am. There's a stamp. There's Pedro's. Here's another stamp. Postage stamps. Real ones. Paint chips. Got new paint chips. Because you can never have enough paint chips. So I did pick up some new Timmy people. I think I got a Halloween set. Yeah, Halloween. They were not on clearance because it's Halloween time. So, and they've got, what do they call these? Are they calling these photographs? I'm sure they were real photographs at one time, but now they're just printed cards. We could always use some of these too. I've used this one when it was on the cabinet cards. Y'all know the ones that had the fancy bags? I've used this one before, those boys. So anyway, we got that. We've got, because at Hobby Lobby clearance, I bought some embossing folders. So I've got a couple of those laying here. We got plenty of junk we can use. Of course, I got laces and ribbons everywhere. So just quit talking about it and do something. I hear you. I can hear you already. Okay. I don't like that color today. Don't like that color today. Let's go with this one. This is an okay color today for the right now. Oh, good. I agree, Barb. They should work, period. But it didn't. And I was kind of sad. It was, let me see if it's, I might have it sitting right here. I might not. I might have got mad and threw it across the room. No, I don't do that kind of thing. I might want to, but I don't. No, I don't see it. I don't know where I put it. I probably put it in a stack of, I don't know. I might have put it in a recycle bag. Just never know about me. All right. So we're going to do a tag. Let's crop our corners. I've got this handy dandy little Fiskars corner chomper. It's not a chomper. It's a little punch thing. It just cuts those corners off just like that. That's not making me too happy. So let's do this. Oh, let's use our new scissors. Use the new scissors, for heaven's sakes. Get out this big one. Get out this big one. Let's do this one. We'll leave that just like that. There's no law that says you have to have that kind of corner on a tag. Just so you know. Just so you know. There is a law. No, there's no law. That you have to have a rounded bottom. Boy, I bet all of us wish we had rounded bottoms. Okay, some of us probably wish that. Some of us probably wish we didn't have such a round bottom. Okay, so we got that. I love this. I think it's a ribbon thingy. It cuts it cuts that thing instead of just the round circle, which I really like that. Anyway, so we'll do that in a little bit. I like this house because it looks good with that. have a piece of cardboard. Corrugate. I have a piece of corrugate. Let's start putting some layers. What else we got laying? What else we got laying here? Got that. I've got that. Got some other pieces, which made a square, which made me think that was interesting. No idea. What else? What else is in our magic box? Corrugate. Because that's always fun stuff. What else? What else do we have here? I got a whole tray. If I could get it pulled out, it's y'all. I saved so much carp. Doesn't even want to come out. Come out. Come out. Quit fighting me. Let's see. We've got some kind of cartoon. Ooh, isn't that fancy smancy? Positive impact. Well, I've got washi tapes in here. Why are the washi tapes in here? What's going on with that? Here's another reindeer. I was in a faux stamp swap at one time. These are all images of real stamps, but they're images. Let's see. I like that. Looks okay. Where these little squares came from. Oh, I think these came in that bag from Mary Kay. And I don't mean Mary Kay, the makeup person. I mean Mary Kay, the artist. Okay. What else we got? We got some other treasure. That's pretty paper. Tickets. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Champ hair. It's not a piece of art if it doesn't have a piece of champ in it. Just saying. Okay, going back to that because I do like that. But maybe I like it over here better. I think I like it over here better. Let's put some color on there. What color should we put on there? I'm looking at chat. I do know that about you, Barb. And it's in good shape too. Just let me throw that out there. But I'm not going to say it out loud. Bugs? Oh, I don't know if I want bugs. Do we want bugs? I don't know. Somebody pick a color we could put on here that will work with this stuff. Well, don't roll on the floor, Barb. You might not can get up. Hey, Dana, how are you doing? Are you finally over all your cootie? Because you were pretty cootified. Like that piece of paper. Why would anybody even keep something like that? I have no idea why I keep some of the stuff I keep. Because it's not like I'm hurting for paper, y'all. It is not like that at all. Oh, look, there's a note. That should be in my note pile. Okay, I just spotted something over here. Oh, that's too turquoisey. Looks great with that though, doesn't it? We don't have to use these little squares. Oh, goodness. Oh, that is very handy right there, Barb. I can still do that too. Oh, Dana, I'm so sorry, darling. Yeah, it is. It is. I feel you on that. I think I am going to use some of this. Put that over there. We need more scraps, right? Okay. Try that. Like that. Like that. I still want something on there. I want a color on there. Let's Has anybody made a color suggestion yet for that? Yeah, you do, Barb, because my grandmother, I'm not comparing you to my grandmother's age because you're not. Anyway, she did get stuck in the bathtub. And she was in there for a couple of days. Fortunately, she had had a towel nearby and, was able to cover up with the towel. And she had water because she was in the tub. So, and a neighbor had started missing her and came over and found her. That wasn't the first time that neighbor, that was the first time that neighbor found her. The second time she was sitting in her car in the driveway. This is when she lived under the barber shop. And they thought she had had a stroke because she was incoherent. And what it was a medication they'd put her on for her arthritis medication. And it made her incoherent, which I can testify to because I had the same, they put me on the same medication for my back when I had some slip disc, and it does make you incoherent. I couldn't tell you what the medicine was, but yeah, it was something else. I think I like this color. Put that away. Let's use a little brayer. Let's see if it'll come out. Okay. All right. Cross your fingers that it becomes a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece. Well, that sounded weird. I have to go look. I have to go check on Molly because, Johnny's here. Johnny just got home from work. She's okay. You probably snuck up on her. Okay, back to our tag. Well, it sure looks like carp on that. Hey, champ. Did Daddy let you out? Isn't that funny how we call ourselves Mom and Daddy to our pets? And they don't know and they don't care because it's just another word for them. I think I like that better. Anyway, I really like this too. So now he's just going to go in and out and in and out. that's what Champ does. That is just... I think I have some other pictures. I think I just like those two. Let's just use these two. This is how they make the paper dolls, you know. Some of them paper dolls, y'all know I love them. But I have to admit, some of them have got some really strange physical features about them. These are nice and sharp skizzers. Yes, she got a pointy head. And I may not use it at all because I may not like it in the end. Because that happens with me. I'm not above cutting stuff up and then not using it. Let's see. Got that stamp still. What else? Put more, add a new color. That's not really a new color because that's got yellow in it. Oh, that's one of those faces. Oh, here's a piece of corrugate. I think I'm going to change this color because I'm not liking it. After all, let's go with something else. Let's try this one because, you know, it's fuchsia. Okay, now I'm reading chat. You got to tilt it. Oh, well, that's a good idea, Barb. I have not necessarily taken mine in there. Well, but you know, you might think that, but they probably wouldn't be. They would probably be glad they were able to, that they were there. I'm going to rub it on here first. Let's see what we get this time. That's different. I like it better. Let's bring our treasures back. Where's the bottom? There's the bottom. Where'd it go? Have that. No. Oh, that's the, I used a word to make blue lines and red lines, you know, like little notebook paper. That's what I used on that school locker. But no. But no. 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 Got this piece, this in there. Anyway, I'm still out of sorts somewhat. Somewhat. Oh, we still got that. It's just so empty. We could stamp it. We could stamp it with something. But see, Johnny and I don't have anybody here. No one is close to us. Our kids are elsewhere. Oh, let's try this. And the problem with calling 911, if they have to come rescue you, they're going to break your door down. Because that's what they do. Let's try that. We've got nothing to lose. It's brand new, so I don't know how it's going to stand. All right. Yeah, I see you coming in and out and in and out and in and out. Champ. He is an ass champ anymore. We hardly get very good sleep at all anymore, and it's because of Champ. Yes, our dogs sleep with us in the bed. Because that's the law. Haul that back on. Had that one kind of going that way. That still leaves too much space there. I'm pretty sure the stamp is supposed to go like on an envelope doolaller or envelope, depending on how you want to pronounce it, kind of thing. Excuse me. Anyway, my CAT scans did show a couple of things. But like I said, nothing that looks imminent. That needs a little something right there. It's probably going to be one of the ugliest things I ever made. That's okay, because ugly happens. I mean, just look around you. Oh my goodness. We have been having some wild hooligans all over our, well, not my town, but the town down from us. They have really been having some issues, but I am happy to say we've not had any missing Black women, pregnant Black women, and dead pregnant Black women like we did a month and a half ago. We had an awful lot of those, and they weren't necessarily talking about it in the news. Just saying. And one of the girls I went to school with, her niece is still missing, and she was pregnant. Anyway, I think we had or have one of those serial people. But you know, certain things they don't talk about. Okay. I'm kind of liking that, but that all still feels wrong, doesn't it? Because it's like, this is so layered and that is not. Any suggestions? I'm looking for suggestions. Oh yeah, my MRI on my brain. Well, it was good news, the MRI on my brain, even though it had the spinal fluid leakage. Of course, we don't know where that came from or why. I don't know. Maybe the doctor will have more information on that. It did show that I have not had any more of those little strokes, so that was good news. And it didn't show I had a tumor, so I took that as good news. No. Yeah, and I have that CD. I could open it up one day and look and see what my brain looks like. They said I had one. I could make the tag smaller. Oh, that's pretty scary there, gal. And R. I worked with a girl that had MS. Could make it smaller. That might be the fix right there, making it smaller. I don't normally work on such big old tags, do I? Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it smaller. We'll just make it smaller. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it smaller. I decided for us. So did you ever actually get diagnosed? Oh, wow, Gail. Ooh, a spinal tap. Don't know. We think the doctor, after we did the MRI, he thinks that it has, because it was spontaneous. I didn't have any injuries or any accidents or anything to initiate a leak. Therefore, it was probably a spontaneous thing. And because I've not had to go to the emergency room in severe pain, it's probably healed itself. That's what he said. So, perfect. That's perfectly where we wanted it. The headaches have definitely, I'm going to say pretty much have gone away. As far as I'm concerned. Although I've had some weird ones. I mean, the ones that I've had have been pretty weird. Unusual. Not my typical kind of headache. Can't explain the weird pain. It's just weird. Anyway. Which, when I checked on Dr. Google when they first said it was a spinal fluid leak, it did say that could happen. So that's good. And the further I've gotten off of the medication that the ear, nose, and throat lady put me on, the better I am with that. Boy, that stuff really jacked me up. Just saying, it really did, that gabapentin. So, but my attention deficit is still there. You know, squirrels are everywhere. Absolutely, totally everywhere. Oh, we're going higher. I forgot we were going higher. We're cutting off. We're going to cut off some of that stuff down there. Maybe I'll tear that a bit. Okay. Put this one down. Anyway, I don't know. Did it about there. Look, that's good. See, I get lost sometimes. Oh, Dana, because she thought that I had neuropathy in my ears, because that's why I went to the ear doctors, because I was having hearing issues, and she thought it was neuropathy in my ears, so she put me on the gabapentin, which is, you know, my husband's on it for his neuropathy. He's got neuropathy from chemo and diabetes, but the chemo really made it bad. So Anyway. And what worked better for his neuropathy was Lyrica, but the insurance company didn't want to cover that anymore a couple of years ago. So they had to switch him over to the gabapentin. Which I guess is a cheap medicine. I don't know. Fortunately, we have insurance. We're getting into our scary time of the year. Are we going to have insurance next year or not have insurance next year? But even worse than that, are we even going to have a job next year? Because have y'all heard what Ford's going to do? Among other car manufacturers? Yeah. They want their dealerships to put in charging stations, expensive charging stations. But within 3 or 4 or 5 years, dealerships won't be selling cars, the all-electric cars. They'll just be a flat-out price that you order straight from a dealership. And this is pretty much across the board for all of them. And they will ship it to you or ship it to a dealership and you go pick it up and that's that. And there's nothing to fix. I don't know if y'all are aware of that about electric cars. There's nothing to fix on an electric car. There's only batteries to replace. And if you're not aware of how expensive batteries are, y'all should check it out before you buy an electric car. Not that we're going to have a choice on that either. Those batteries are $30,000 and $40,000. Not, $40,000, $30,000, $40,000. Just saying. Just saying. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. It's just like, okay, I'm sure this was the whole thing when they came out with automobiles back in the horse and buggy days anyway. That was a big change too. But everybody kind of eased into the car thing. I'm going to use my heavier glue. I'm going to use my favorite, Elaine's Original Tacky Glue. It's heavier. Anyway. Let's not even talk about, listen to me. This is not Drama-Free Friday. Just let me say that, okay? Yeah. Our infrastructure is not set up for all electric. Because y'all heard what happened in California. True story. The people that had smart thermostats and stuff like that, they were automatically throttled back to whatever temperature whoever was in control decided you were going to get, because our infrastructure is not set up for use of electricity like that. So, just saying. Should probably stop. I'm liable to get struck. Liable to get a strike. Anyway, things are good. I'm kind of liking that. I don't think I want that after all. I want something near. Let's see. A piece of this. We got a little tiny piece of the Washi. No. All right. We could put floofle there. You can have a floofle. Let's get out our box of words. See what we come up with. I should look at chat. Yeah, I think it is pushing just a little too fast. They need to, our infrastructure needs to be boosted up first. I kind of like that one. Okay. I sure got a lot of words. I still keep list of words. Y'all can't help it. I like words. Halloween is coming. I have no clue. I usually already know what I'm going to do for the month of October, but I don't, because I've been so out of sorts. Just saying, I think we'll just go with that. Making it wonky on purpose because it was already wonky, so might as well make it wonky-er. Cut off some of those points. Come on. And this was a saying by Nora Kimberly Minardi. Self-love is when you no longer betray yourself for the approval of others. But I think even if we don't betray ourselves, we still fall back to that every once in a while. Because sometimes it is just so hard to get out of those grooves we put ourselves in. I may put that on the back and not on the front. Just saying. I'm full of controversy. There's Mary Kay right there. Hey, Function. I'm sorry I'm missing y'all. You know, it's just my typical don't look at the chat thing. I don't mean to be a bad streamer. It just comes natural. Accidental naturalisms. Anyway, those electric cars, my husband drove one of the pickups home. They got a pickup in, I don't know what kind, just whatever. I don't know, it's been a month, I guess, or so ago. That sucker will go. There is nothing slow about it. Just in case you're thinking, oh, I can't speed in one of them. Holy carp. That thing really moved it fast. I was so surprised. I'm thinking I kind of like that, kind of. Oh, really? I know our garbage trucks, the company that the city uses to pick up our garbage, they run on biofuel or natural gas. One of those. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I think I like that there. And he doesn't have shoes on. His legs, his feet are like wrapped up with bandages or something. That's what it looks like. Okay, let's ink around our words. Let's find a color. We're going to use this color because it's on top. French ultramarine. It's a purpley blue, mostly. I watched a movie yesterday. What was it called? This is where I live now, I think. Something like that. It was interesting. I enjoy apocalyptic type movies. I do. Because I like to tell people in the movie where they're screwing up at and what they should have done instead. Hey, Marion. So, yeah, I do. And then it's also, I find it interesting to see what they come up with to, to survive, to save themselves, the world, and that kind of thing. And that's what it was. It was an American girl whose biological mother died when she was born, and her father, which we never even saw in the movie, ships her off to be with her mother's sister in England, whose job was a secret, and she had three kids. Yeah, she had 3 kids, and then the neighbor boy. They all just kind of ran in and out of the house willy nilly, however they wanted to. They were pretty much running themselves. She had to fly out of country because something was going on. They never actually say what's going on. Then they show a TV clip where Paris is on fire, and the kids are just, taking care of themselves. The oldest boy was like 17. Then the American girl was like 16. And they never even hit. Oh, the other boy, the younger boy, was 14. Don't know about the neighbor kid or the little girl of the family. So at one point, somebody was supposed to come over to keep an eye on them, but they never showed up because somebody, some country, somebody dumped a nuke on London. But of course, the kids didn't know because they were kids and, you know, they just knew something had happened and they were trying to figure it out and watch the news and stuff. And then the electricity went off and then all heck broke out and they're separated from each other, the boys from the girls, and this, that, and other, and stuff. And anyway, some of them lived. And then the movie was over. It was kind of weird. We also like, I say we, because we both, my husband and I both enjoy watching international movies, movies that are made somewhere else other than the USA. They have a different way of looking at things, which is interesting. Because you know, maybe you don't, I'm going to tell you, there are only 25 basic plot lines in storytelling. Any kind of storytelling. Now, of course, that gives you a lot of different ways to go because you can mix up the different plot lines. Just saying. So, I don't remember all the basic plot lines, but there are only 25. And as y'all know, they've started using one of the rarer ones, that movie, No Country for Old Men, I think it was called. Where the bad guy got away. Because we in America almost always, as a general rule, 99.9% of the time, good wins every time. But No Country for Old Men, the bad guy got away. If you hadn't seen that, I just ruined that movie for you. That's not too horrible. Not too horrible. I still feel like I want something here. Let me see. Look at chat. Look at chat. Oh, yeah, you're not a suspense fan. Hey, Mariah. Goodness gracious. Okay, let me see what I got over here. Don't. Got these paper flowers. But I'm already not liking that. We might just put a floofle there. It's probably what I should do, is just put a floofle. She says as she eyeballs that bird. Put the bird. Put a floofle and a bird. A floofle bird. a bird floofle. Okay, let me pick out some floofles. Our main color is orangish. I wonder if that would work. I don't know. Let's see. Looking for floofles. That's too bright. That's probably way wrong. Yeah, not that one. We might just have to go. I obviously have too much floofle material. We'll go with that. What the heck? It's already not attractive, so. Floofle, floofle. All right. And I said I wanted that sideways thing. This one. This one. Oh, I want to put a just put one of these on there. Draw that up. So, or do we want it that way? Okay. I think we'll go with that. Get out the glue. Hey, Neil. I so appreciate you guys being here. Oh, I'll mention it because I said it when we first started. I do have on subscribers only for live chat. You have to subscribe. It's free. It's not a membership. You can unsubscribe later if you want to. Or not. You can subscribe publicly or not subscribe publicly. That kind of thing. Okay. Now let's see if I can get this in the right spot. It'll be close, right? It's close enough. Okay. Go back to this. Or floofle. They probably have an actual name for these things, but y'all know I call it a floofle. Gotta find the loop again. We'll make it go the other way. It was really sad to hear about the Queen. She's been there my whole life. The bird is a Brad, so let's just see how it will look. It will look redonkulous. So put him back on the card. I don't know why I want something else there, but I do. Got that. That right there. Well, that's different. Let's just stick that in there. And then we will call it done. We will call this fancy dancy tag done. Done. Yeah, y'all know I like the eyelash, Gail. You know I do. Which is weird for somebody who's, I don't know, always plucking hairs off of everything to get all this hairy eyelash trim. Well, that's different. It's a different kind of day, isn't it? Different kind of day. We're going to call that done. I am going to do a studio cleanup folder giveaway, though. So start thinking about numbers. We're not going to use the folder. We're just going to give the stuff away. Think about your numbers between 1 and 79. And then whoever's closest without going over will get to pick a folder number, and that's what they'll get. Because that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'll type in the word go, and then y'all type in your number. Mariah, you have to wait a minute. Okay, now pick your number again. Between 1 and 79. 1 and 79. And we will give away one of our studio cleanup folder things. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do, because I know I've been sour company. Sour company. Lurkers, if you're subscribed, you can do it too. Just saying. Which way? That way. Okay, I'm going to type in stop. Counting down to stop. Hey, Linda. Okay, Marion, I'll let your number in there. I'm going to put double stop. Double stop. Okay. Okay, here comes our ball. All right. Closest without going over to 36. 36 is our number today. 36. Closest without going over. So far we have Gail is closest to 36 without going over. Okay, Gail's the winner. Okay, Gail, Now you get to pick a folder number between 1 and 42, and that will be the folder stuff you get. I'll write this down because that's what I do. Okay, hang on. I got to go back and see what your number was. Okay, hang on. I haven't. Okay, so you want folder 28. Number 28, folder 28. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's look and see what Gail's gonna get. I will probably mail Saturday, by the way. Ha ha. Looks like Browns. That was a piece of candy wrapper I got in a challenge. I don't remember who it was from, and I don't remember what country it was from, but that's a candy wrapper from some other country. I don't know which one. Some flowers. We got a packing tape transfer thingy. We've got a picture of President Bush, Daddy Bush, I think. I don't know. Some words. Ooh, we got some monoprint. We got some postage stamp scrap, paper, Family Days 2019. Couple years ago. Ooh, there's some pretty little images. Oh, look. A nutcracker. More monoprint. Oh, here's some big ribbon. Ooh wee. Good stuff. Good stuff. I think it's good stuff. I'm glad you won it. Whether you want it or not is a different story, but I'm glad you won it. Thanks, y'all, so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. All your time, your kindness, putting up with my sourness today. I hope to be back to more normal in October, September already. Holy moly's, fast year. And here is our tag for the day. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all get to it. I'm gonna get me some lunch because I'm feeling hungry for a change. Thanks so much, y'all. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.